Karrigan, what a man. You're back at the major playoffs for a fourth time in a row. How about that?
It feels good to be in the third major playoff in CS2. So just looking forward to play. Haven't had many stage games this year, so I'm gonna enjoy every single moment I'm walking onto that stage.
How would you sum up your major run so far?
Our major run has been up and down. I think in stage 2 we went 2-0 first day, and then we went 2-2. Of course, FaZe always needs a 3-2 game to be played, and we won that. And then into stage 3, I think we really grew as a team, but also built some momentum and fire. And I hope we can keep pushing that in the playoffs. So yeah, I think I'm proud of what we have done, but also being happy we have been tested and really seeing when we are not on point how bad it can look. And we need to be awake from the beginning of the playoff.
Well, you've led multiple international rosters to success. What has been the biggest difference maker for you guys at this event?
I think obviously the biggest difference maker is Sasha, coming with a different way of playing, a different chemistry, creating a spark. I've tried the past 3 months with the previous lineup to create a spark, but you need certain things to go your way for it to happen. And I think we managed to do something here. Now it's how far and how long the fire can keep going, because that is the most important thing, right? We are probably the together with you, the least prepared team here, with a lot of mistakes happening, but we can also all play great CS, right? So we have to use that momentum and accept that we might do mistakes in playoff, but it's all about how we react as a team to those mistakes.
Well, but you've led a lot of big name rosters. How has it been calling with s1mple under your system?
Yeah, obviously it's been a long time since I played like with a GOAT or GOAT contender in that sense. I think last time I played with a player of Sasha caliber is Nico, right? That's like many years ago. Obviously played with Robs and Trist and Rain and Frozen, but they're not in that GOAT, very vocal player that needs certain things to be done from them in the game. So playing with Sasha has been and a fun experience, I would say, and an experience I still enjoy, and I hope we can fulfill the purpose of what we did to go very deep at the major, and hopefully we can stay Sunday with a smile on our face. I'll give everything, and I've sacrificed everything for the past month to make sure we are as prepared as possible.
But does he fit in your more, and these are my producer words, puggy kind of playstyle?
I think in theory he doesn't fit that much into the Puggy playstyle. We are doing what we can to build a structure on the fly, structure from every game. Sasha comes from Navi, who is very well known for Blade, to have a lot of structure, talking a lot about mistakes, fixing the mistakes that can happen over time. But with so short time, you don't have time to go down every single detail. It's something you have to build over time. I made this mistake again, I'll not do next time. Everything we do, every mistakes we do right now, every hour, every game we play is different because of different scenario happening. So he is trying to embrace the moment of like, okay, might do some mistake, but we can easily bring it back. And we have a strong mentality. And I think you've seen that even when the games goes bad, we can still come back out of nowhere. And that's kind of the FaZe magic that has always been with us when we had bad periods. And right now, I see strong comebacks so far happening.
But s1mple said recently that if he got an offer from FaZe, his answer would be, why not? And if it were up to you, he already passed the trials?
I think doesn't matter what I say. I think the most important thing is management have to look at numbers, right? Sasha is not a cheap player. Let's put it out there, right? So if it happens, it happens. I obviously know FaZe will talk to me, but there is such a big financial hurdle that we haven't even talked about it. I will see after major what makes sense, but with the brand value that Sasha has, you're not only paying for the player, you're paying for the brand as well. And I think Navi knows that as well. So let's see what happens. Right now I'm just focused on the major, and that's the short-term plan. There's a lot of things we need to think about after the major and what we can do, but for now I'm just focused on doing everything I can to make sure we go as deep as possible.
You made me remember about that time with Nico, Guardian, with Olaf, and last major here in the US, you made the finals. And 7 years ago, despite being the favorites, you lost against a local team, with the crowd also against you, maybe. Remember something particular about that experience?
I remember we were favorites to win. We had won 7 times in a row against Cloud9, right? So, but it's so many years ago that the mentality I or all the teams had back then was kind of very unprofessional compared to now, where everybody is really trying to make their peak performance during a tournament, before a tournament, and yeah, not good memories, but also memories that made me a stronger leader than I am today, and enjoying every moment, and not taking a major final for granted, because you're never guaranteed to come back to a major final.
And about the relationship with the American crowd, because now you are representing the US with EliGE.
Yeah, I mean, it could be nice if we are about to send someone home and they start saying send them home, and we do it. I remember that crowd from back then. That was pretty funny, and I loved the energy that the American fans have brought lately. Mostly in IM Dallas, we have been playing the last few years. So looking forward to play a major here in Austin with also international fans coming, not only local fans.
You're facing the Mongols, a team that you already defeated them in the previous stage. How do you see that matchup?
I think the matchup is going to be tough. I think on paper, people expect us to elevate as a team. We don't know how we react as a team on stage yet. We haven't played a stage match with Sasha. So I think history says we have a good opportunity, but MongolZ is a team that has been so good the whole year, so consistent, and maybe they haven't got that important win on the stage. But I always believe it's going to happen. It's just like Mouse beat us at some point as well, even though we won 7 games in a row. So I think MongolZ is going to come in really hungry. They're going to change some things in the game. That's always the worst thing. We played them a few days ago and beat them. So they learn more from that game than we learn about that game.
And avoiding the death group in the brackets, that makes it easier to see yourself in the 3rd consecutive final?
I don't really look at it like that. I think the last 2 years, we had the hardest bracket of anyone, last 2 majors at least, right? So this time you can on paper say we're more lucky, but also it's a very dangerous bracket where, first of all, we play MongolZ top 5 team, and then we play a few pain eventually in a semifinal. That this is their one chance to go to a major grand final, as what we've seen the past year, right? So I don't really think it like that, because I also believe you have to beat everyone who's in front of you. And I've said multiple times the last 2 majors, it's funnier to have the hard bracket because you can make an historic run. And we were so close twice to do a historic run, but ended up losing the final.